Ever studied for hours only to blank out during the exam? You're not alone. And no, your brain isn't broken. Memory isn't just about talent, it's about training. With the right habits and simple science-backed strategies, you can seriously upgrade your memory, just like athletes train their muscles. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 powerful tips that can help you remember more, stress less, and actually enjoy studying. Stick around, because these aren't just tips. They're game changers for any student. Imagine this. You're staring at your textbook, reading the same paragraph for the 5th time, but nothing's sticking. You're not tired. You've had your coffee. So why does your brain feel foggy? Here's the truth. Your brain might be starving, not for junk food or sugar, but for smart, memory-boosting nutrition. Your brain burns over 20% of your body's energy, yet most students feed it like an afterthought, skipping breakfast, snacking on chips, and relying on caffeine to push through. But science tells us this: the right foods can sharpen your memory, improve focus, and make studying easier if you know what to eat. Let's start with the king of brain foods. Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel. They're loaded with omega-3s, essential fatty acids that literally build your brain cells. Studies show students who get enough omega-3s perform better in memory tasks and exams. Next up, nuts, especially walnuts. They even look like little brains. Coincidence? Maybe, but their effects aren't. Walnuts are rich in vitamin E and antioxidants that protect your neurons and enhance mental clarity. Then we've got a powerful brain ally, blueberries. Packed with antioxidants that increase blood flow to the brain, blueberries have been called brain berries for a reason. Eat a handful before your next study session, and you might just feel the difference. And yes, you'll love this. Dark chocolate. Not the sugary kind, real dark chocolate, high in cacao. It contains caffeine and flavonoids, both proven to improve memory and boost your mood. But perhaps the most overlooked brain fuel, water. Even mild dehydration can reduce memory and focus significantly. Before blaming your brain for not remembering, try drinking a full glass of water. It might do more than you think. In the end, your brain isn't just powered by willpower or motivation. It's powered by what you eat. Feed it right, and it will reward you with clarity, focus, and sharper memory than ever. Imagine this. You study a chapter, understand it, maybe even memorize it word for word. But when the exam comes, it's like your brain hits delete. Sound familiar? Here's the truth. The problem isn't you. It's not your memory, your intelligence, or even your focus. It's the way you're learning. Memory is not a storage box. It's more like a muscle. And just like muscles, it grows stronger with the right kind of training. Let's talk about 3 science-backed techniques that help you lock in knowledge for the long haul. 1. Active recall. Don't just read. Challenge your brain. Most students read and reread their notes, thinking repetition equals memorization. But rereading creates an illusion of learning. You recognize the words, but you haven't truly retrieved the information. Active recall flips the script. It's when you close the book and ask yourself, what did I just learn? How would I explain this to someone else? Every time you force your brain to dig up the answer, you're saying, this is important, store it. Studies show active recall is one of the most effective study strategies in existence, more powerful than highlighting, summarizing, or passive review. 2. Association and meaning. Don't memorize, connect. Your brain is not built for memorizing random facts. It craves connections, stories, images, emotions. If I gave you a list of 10 random words, you'd forget them in minutes. But if I told you a weird, funny story using those same 10 words, you'd remember them for days. Here's an example. Instead of memorizing proactive interference as a definition, picture your brain as a crowded room full of shouting voices. Old memories interfering with the new ones trying to get in. When learning becomes visual, emotional, or meaningful, your brain locks it in. Third, Spaced repetition. Stop cramming. Start timing. One of the biggest mistakes students make is reviewing the same material over and over in one sitting. That feels productive, but it doesn't stick. Spaced repetition is about reviewing the same information multiple times, with increasing intervals in between. Review today, then 2 days later, then a week later. Why? Because when you review right before forgetting, your brain has to rebuild the memory, and that process strengthens it. The simple rule: if it's starting to fade, it's the perfect time to review. In the end, success in studying isn't about more hours, it's about smarter ones. When you learn in sync with how your brain actually works, memory becomes effortless. So stop forcing your brain to memorize like a machine. Train it like an athlete. You're staring at your notes. You've been studying for hours, but your brain feels foggy. You keep reading, but nothing sticks. What's going on? Here's the hidden truth no one tells you. Your brain can't perform when it's tired, still, or stressed. Memory isn't just about study time. It's about how you sleep, how you move, and how you manage your mind. 1. Sleep, where memories are made. Many students believe that staying up late and cramming is a sign of dedication, but neuroscience says otherwise. During deep sleep, your brain isn't resting. It's working behind the scenes, organizing everything you learned that day and transferring it into long-term memory. It's like hitting save on your brain's hard drive. Studies show that students who sleep after studying recall more information and more accurately than those who pull all-nighters. So if you're getting less than 6 hours of sleep, you're not gaining time, you're weakening your memory. Second, movement. Exercise feeds the mind. You might think sitting still and studying for hours is productive, but the human brain was never meant to function in a frozen body. Even 30 minutes of brisk walking or light exercise a day can supercharge your memory and focus. Physical activity boosts blood flow to the brain and increases levels of BDNF, a protein that supports learning and mental clarity. So next time you feel stuck, don't push harder. Move, stretch, breathe. Give your brain the oxygen and energy it needs. 3. Stress, the silent memory killer. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, stress. It's invisible, but its impact on your memory is very real. When you're anxious, your brain floods with cortisol, a stress hormone that interferes with the hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for forming new memories. What does this mean? Even if you know the information, stress can block access to it during exams. That's why breaks, mindfulness, and deep breathing aren't just feel-good habits. They're scientifically proven tools to keep your memory intact. In the end, your brain isn't a machine. It's part of your body. And if you want it to function at its best, you need to care for the whole system. So remember, better sleep, more movement, less pressure. That's not weakness, that's smart strategy.